Joseph here in this deck profile time. Once again, it's going to be for Harpie Lady. I'm going to try to do Harpies in the same format that I did the last deck profile for Draco Pals. Um, let's see if you guys like Harpies in this format as well. Um, Pretty much there were some changes to the deck due to the ban list and the fact that a lot of cards that came off the list that was moved around the list didn't really specifically weren't general enough to be put into a Harpies, because that's pretty much what I do with the spells and traps. I just try to fit in what cards I can and can't, like what really good staple cards are. So there really weren't much that I could say would be put in here because the deck came out sufficiently without a lot of certain cards in it, or if we had different support cards, we could definitely use certain cards. Like I said, Ghost Arc, if we had a way to summon banished monsters or put banished monsters into our hand or in our graveyard, that for just Hypebeast in general, that'd be great. But alas, there wasn't really anything I could do about that. Let's just go right to deck profile, okay? Alright, so I'm going to do it a little differently than I did the last deck profile, and that's pretty much, I'm going to go from monsters to spells to traps, and then the extra deck. So for the monsters, we have triple Harpie Chandler, triple Harpie Harpist, triple Harpie Queen, triple Harpie Lady 1, triple Harpie Dancer, 2 Harpies Pet Baby Dragon, and 1 Zephyros Elite. So let's start off with the Harpie Ladies. Pretty much a standard of having all at 3, because you can abuse Hysteric Party, you can abuse Hysteric Sign. Harpie Chandler has multiple targets to search in the deck even more. Harpist is a good discard outlet for Harpie Chandler, for our Hysteric Party, because during the end phase she can search and add a Harpie card from a level 4 Winged Beast monster from your deck to your hand with 15 or less, so you can add Harpie Chandler, Harpie Dancer, or if you're playing Harpie 1, those are really good targets to add to your deck. Another thing is Harpie 1 will be my 3 of Harpie Lady card, and my Elegant Egotist target. Harpie Queen searches for her field spell, and Harpie Dancer, of course, it allows you to bounce back wind monsters on your board, so you can conditional wind monsters, so that really helps with Harpie's Pet Baby Dragon, who I haven't really talked much about. I decided to play 2 just for the namesake and in the ability, because you can pitch him for Harpie Chandler, and then you special summon him off of Harpie Chandler, pretty much to make your opponent swing into it instead of your Harpies. Have double attack and defense if you control 2 or more. And of course, the 3 of effect, if you have 3 or more, you can pop 1 card on your opponent's side of the field. The fact that it's level 4, you can exceed with it, so you can get rid of it to have Harpie Chandler go back to a level 4. I was going to do 1 Pet Dragon, 1 Harpie's Pet Dragon, just so that I can pitch one to some of the other, make an exceed play, or I can have both of them built on the field, one just having high attack, the other one just being like a dark arm. And in Zephyros the Elite, I think it's just staple in any Harpie deck because of the fact that it's a winged beast, it can bounce cards back, and then you can utilize him with exceed plays. Alright, so now on to spells. My spell lineup is pretty low because I pretty much gave the heftiness of my deck to my traps. We're rocking triple Hysteric Sign, triple Harpie's Hunting Ground, 1 Elegant Engagement, 1 Raigeki, 1 Dark Hole, and 1 Instant Fusion. Instant Fusion is here just to pick up Noten. Noten can pick up any other level 4s in the deck and make it massive exceed plays. Dark Hole Raigeki are to clear the board. Elegant Egotist is another special summon card. Pretty much you can get your Harpie Lady 1 onto the board, so you can do some swarm damage, or you can make it into more exceed plays. Hunting Ground, one of the most powerful field spells in the game. Whenever Harpie Lady or Sisters is normal special summon, whoever conducted to summon another card can must select 1 spell or track card on the field and destroy it, so at times you will end up having to destroy your own field spell, but mainly you just want it because it gives the additional attack power. You can rid your opponent's field of their spells and traps. and you can pretty much have hefty monsters on board. Hysteric Sign, one of my favorite spells for the Harpies archetype, right next to Feather Duster. The fact that you can search for Elegant Egotist means you only need like one Elegant Egotist unless you're with sisters. The second reason is if this card is sent from hand or field to graveyard during the end phase, you can add 3 cards with Harpie. 3 cards that have Harpie in its name but are different from each other from your deck to your hand. So you can add Queen, Chandler, Dancer, you can add the field spell, you can add any of the dragons, if you just want to thin out the deck. So this card comes just has multiple uses and becomes really useful in the deck. Alright, and then now for the traps in the last part of the main deck. Triple Party, double Breakthrough Skill, double Mirror Force, double Anti-Spell, 1 Solemn, 1 Vanities, and 1 True Ritual. My 1-ofs are pretty much negate special summons, negate, and then just deal with a big board. Mirror Force deals with big boards as well. These could work well if they were storming or drowning Mirror Forces, just to deal with a big board. Breakthrough Skill, pretty much you can pop this with Harpie Signing Ground, and it'll give you another, and pretty much just an additional pop target in case you don't want to pop your own spells and traps, so you know what your opponent's playing. Anti-spell, really good with Harpies because you can force your opponent to set their spells before activating them, and they have to wait a whole turn, so you can easily just play this, and then summon your Harpie, blow up their spell and trap, and then there's really not much they can do with this. And of course, Hysteric Party works really good in combination with this because you can pitch your Harpie monster, such as some of your Harpies in graveyard, while this is on the board, and you have the Harpie Signing Ground, you can pop their spells and trap. You know, their spell cards, and pretty much they're useless to them. And at that point, you pretty much have a board full of Harpies that can swing and take out your opponent real easily. So that's pretty much the traps, and then let's get on to the extra deck. So the last part of the deck profile is the extra deck. We're rocking triple Lightning Chidori, 1 Phantasmal Dragon, 1 Castel, 1 Dagastone Emerald, 1 Ice Beast Seraphine, 1 Dweller, 1 Cowboy, 1 Korrigorgon, the Anti-Luminescent Knight, 1 Dark Rebellion XYZ Dragon, 1 Heartland Drago, 1 for 101, 1 106, and Elder Entity None. None, of course, is our instant fusion target. 1 for 101, 106 are pretty much just some standard cards that you have, especially if you're playing rank 4. Heartland Draco is similar to Harpie's Pet Phantasmal. These both can attack directly, and your opponent cannot attack them for different specific reasons. Heartland Draco, if you control a face-up spell, your opponent can't select it as an attack target. So it's pretty vulnerable to spells and traps, but inside of monster effects as well. But because your opponent can't attack it, it pretty much can sit there as a 2,000 wall. I'll get to Phantasmal in a minute. XYZ Rebellion Dragons pretty much makes itself a giant beater. Korrigorgon works well with anti-spell fragrance because you can redirect MSTs or Twin Twisters effects to other cards that you control. Dagastone Emerald, pretty much our pot of avarice. I don't use the normal summon effect, the special summon of a normal monster because I'm not running Harpie Lady. Ice Beast Seraphine, really standard in any Winged Beast deck because she can freeze the field, literally, stunning your opponent's, negating all your opponent's face-up cards. For each card that's on the board, she'll gain additional 300 attack to your next standby, so she pretty much becomes another beater similar to XYZ, but she'll negate your opponent's stuff. Dweller deals with Grave, Cowboy, the additional 800. Castel, pretty much a staple in rank 4 decks. He works really well with Harpies because you can blow away stuff. Or you can set up for Chidori, and Chidori can send the set card that he's flipped set back to the top of the deck. Harpie's Pet Phantasmal, pretty much this is Harpie's boss monster. For those who don't know what it does, it's pretty much you need 3 wind monsters to make it at a level 4. While it has Exceed Material effects will apply, it can attack directly like Heartland Draco. Your opponent cannot target or select Harpie monsters for attacks or card effects, so they can't mind control, they can't book you, they can't pop you with Dark Destroyer and stuff like that. The only downside is that during each of your in phases, you have to attach a material from him. So the best options that I have done is I've set up to where Harpie is under him. I pitch and I've gotten a Chandler or a Dancer. If you're playing Divine Wind, he's really good in Divine Wind because I've done double Phantasmal and I've won off of that. That was just really good. And with Triple Harpie Lady 3, 29 beater that can't be targeted is pretty deadly to get over. Unless you have Dark Heart or Geki or a way to destroy him or bounce him without targeting him. And then the last monster I want to talk about is Lightning Chilori, which is pretty much a staple in a lot of win decks. Sending set cards back to the bottom of the deck, detaching materials in a face-up card with your opponent's side field to top of the deck. Works with Harpies because anti-spell, and then just luring out problematic cards. So that's pretty much it for the deck profile. I'll be back in just a minute to wrap it up. Alright, you guys, so that is the end of the deck profile. I hope you all enjoyed. If you like this style of the deck profile, let me know in the comment section below. Like, comment, subscribe. That'd be really great. Till next time, you guys, this is what I stream, signing out. Actually, before I go, I am trying to work on getting the Melfo stuff, and at the time of recording, the tins are out, so I'm going to try to get me some tins as soon as possible, and then maybe do a tin opening, and possibly, rebuild the deck and give you guys a new version of the deck, because that'd be really nice, especially with Ghost Ogres and Solemn Strikes. But till next time, you guys, this is what I stream, signing out. Take care.